All right, y'all know what that sound is. That's the sound of a brand new build getting ready to get started. Just glued up this neck. Got to glue on the pieces for the headstock here to widen it out. Got to chop this off real quick. This one's going to be on a 23-inch scale, and I'm going to use this Cohiba box. Now, I know what you're thinking. Like, I usually would use a smaller box for a 23-inch scale instrument, but this is supposed to be like a baritone-ish ukulele. So this Cohiba box roughly matches the size of a baritone ukulele. So waiting on the strings and things to come in. I'm not going to cut into this box until I get all the rest of my components, but I wanted to go ahead and get started on this neck. So like I said, I got to cut these little pieces off. So I cut this scarf joint, and then I use these little hardwood dowels. I use those to keep the neck straight while I'm gluing it up, so it doesn't move around or shift forward or back. It just makes it easier. I've seen people use nails, so you can take a nail and just nail it almost, you know, leave it sticking out underneath here a little bit, cut it off, and then you just kind of pound it in where you want. I tried that. I didn't like that method, so this is what I do. Anyway, cut this off, glue these on, and then, you know, cut the thickness down off of this, and it'll be time to glue up the fretboard. Here's the fretboard already, so you can see it's going to be walnut with a maple heel and a maple fretboard. And as always, I've kept the fretboard long. I've already kind of determined that when I put it over the box, it's probably going to have 19 or 21 frets total, but we'll see. We'll see when I get closer to the layout, once I cut the slot for it in the box and get it ready to go in there. But so here we go. Okay, what's going on here is I have this belt sander, and I'm just trying to get the flattest surface possible so that when I glue up this fretboard, it'll be absolutely straight. So you see me putting a straight edge on there just to kind of check to see if there's any gaps. I have modified this. This is an old Craftsman belt sander, and there's a stop back here. There was a stop back here. I tried to remove it, it wouldn't come off, so I took my Dremel to it. But you can see the way I have this placed and the way I use it, I still have a stop if you're worried about something like that. So it's not gonna go anywhere but into that wall there. But I don't think I've showed this part before, but I go through a lot of, you know, just kind of cleaning up the edges, getting it straight, making sure the surface is ready to glue up, making sure this is flat and straight so I can glue the wings on there, and then we'll just continue through the process. So here's a look at the box. So once, right before I glue up the fretboard usually, I spent some time with the neck and I cut out the opening and glue all the supports in there and let that dry overnight. So one of the things that I do, it just helps me, and I'm sure there's more than one way to do this, but this is the way I like to do it. So in the back here, you see these two. See the cutout for the front and these two. So the neck slides in there. That's how I square the neck. I square the neck to the box, and then I glue these in place. So now every time I put the neck in there, it'll be in that exact location. And so that'll help me when I start laying everything out for the top. So one of the things, so right off the bat, you know, you can see it's kind of hitting a little bit right there. So I'll have to go shave down these corners a little bit, you know, just to get everything dialed in so this will close. And then here's the neck. Same thing. I always glue these up. Use this level here to give it good, even clamping pressure. Get off of there. There we go. All right, there it is. It's almost time. Well, you know what time it is. Once I take the clamps off, it's time to start shaping it. I'll set this in the box, figure out how long I need this fretboard to be, chop it off, and it'll be time to get this thing shaped up. And then this thing will go together quick. All right, it did go together pretty quick, and I apologize I didn't show any of the inside as I was putting this thing together. But what we ended up with is the strings going through the box. So here they are on the other side, with a piezo underneath the bridge and one single sound hole, and then I have it. I have the box secured on each side. I got two screws back here holding the neck to the box. It's a maple fretboard. I have the 0 fret here, and then this bone is here as a string guide. Just instead of filing some spots in here for these to lay in, I think this finishes it off as well. It looks nice. Take this off. And there's the end piece. It does have locking tuners, but you can see there it looks like a million wraps around the post. So this is my first time stringing something up with nylon strings, and man, do those things stretch. Crazy stretch. So the one thing I was also wondering about was these things don't come with ends on them like the strings I'm used to using. So you have to tie them off to something or tie a knot in there. And so you got to make sure you get a good knot in here to keep them from pulling through. There is I did cut little grooves in this bridge for these strings to rest in, so they're not going to slide around on the bridge. But I think it came out nice. I'm not a ukulele player or ukulele player, however you say it. But I did go learn a couple of chords. think it sounds really nice. Came out awesome. Oh yeah, I do have strap buttons here and here if you wanted to tie it off. It's a really nice looking guitar. Also, I forgot to mention the tuning on these things. So this thing is tuned D, G, B, E. And these are the strings that I put on it. They're color coded. It says the gauges. There's a 28, a 33, a 30 that's wound, and a 35 that's wound. So yeah, this is build number 87. There you go. The one thing, I probably need to show this process. There's several ways I guess you can do this, putting the strings through the box. But since I carry the neck all the way through the box, I start out by drilling the holes in the neck. So I will figure out my string spacing. Oh my goodness. Figure out my string spacing on the neck itself. Yeah, here's a piece of wood, piece of leftover. So I'd figure out the string spacing on this, mark it, figure out, obviously you want to measure where your bridge is going to be because you want it far enough away so you get a good break angle, but you don't want it so close that you're bending it too far. Anyway, then I would drill my holes into the neck. So now you know these are perfectly aligned on the neck. And then I would start, then I put the neck in the box with the lid open and drill the holes through the back. And then close the lid and drill the holes through the front. And there's all kinds of things that you can use to put these strings, or for these strings to ride through. And these are just rivets. Just take the nail out of the middle of the rivet and put it in the box. So this was a fun build. Thanks Chris for reaching out to me. I really hope you enjoy your awesome cigar box ukulele. Thanks for checking out my video. Thanks to all you guys for checking out my video and sticking with me. Hopefully you saw something in there. I did the little high-speed thing for the all the things I do to the neck and getting it prepared. But if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe, like, and share. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.